We're Everclear. Just your average band of losers and one-hit wonders.
The next thing that happened was, of course, Songs from an American Movie 1 and 2. Now, it originally started out as a solo record, right? Let's talk about that.
We toured constantly, and the strain was starting to show with the different guys in the band at that time with Craig and Greg. All of our nerves were pretty strained, and I'm just like, you know what? I want to do something different. It was a little bit more R&B, a little bit more pop. It was different than Everclear, you know, and I wanted it to be different than Everclear.
Why the new sounds?
Got bored with the old sounds.
Somewhere to go, evolve.
Yeah, want to do something different. Who wants to make the same record 2 times in a row?
Finally sent it to management and the label. Everybody showed up at my house and they're just like, can you please make this an Everclear record? And I'm like, okay. I originally wanted to make it a double album, but my manager convinced me to do 2 albums. When I listen back to it, the first album sounds great, but the second album, Songs from American Movie Volume 2, sounds tired to me. I was tired.
I mean, you had been going nonstop since the band had started. Literally. I mean, you didn't really take any time off.
Yeah, for 7 years straight, yeah. I was tired.
Yeah.
I was tired. I was going through divorce, making bad choices. I was sober, but I wasn't acting sober, you know. In the rooms, we call that being dry drunk. And I was cheating and lying to my wife and my family and just not being a good guy. Slow Motion Daydream was the record that was the follow-up. I could tell at the time when we were recording it, and I think we could all feel that the writing was on the wall. And at the end of that tour, there was some blow-ups and the guys said they wanted to quit, and I was like, okay. It was sad, but it's also necessary, I think, for all of us to go off and do different things and pursue other stuff. I met Davey and Freddie Herrera, who was in a band called the Exies. You know the Exies. Yeah. Now we got Brian from American Hi-Fi, and we just got a great, tight 4-piece band. It's the way Everclear was meant to sound. Invisible Stars, it was about 6 years between records and I wasn't ready to make a record. Finally, I started writing songs and I started writing more songs, and when the record was done, our management shopped it and E1, this really cool label, put it out, and we were making records again. That record came out in 2012. And it was the time I started the Summerland tour. 90s alternative bands. It's kind of patterned after the old school radio shows, you know. We were on tour with Summerland and it was just big rock bands, and me and Freddie on the side of the stage, and I go, man, I want to make a rock record.
Yeah.
He goes, fuck yeah, let's make a rock record. So we went in and made a rock record. Black is the New Black. It's one of my favorite Everclear records. It's balls to the wall. In 2016, I got into a car accident. No one got hurt, but I started getting a twinge in my neck, like a pinched nerve. I called my doctor, and he's like, well, go get an MRI. I'll set you up for an MRI. I did the MRI and went into his office and walked into his little room. There's like 6 guys in there with clipboards, and they all looked at me like that, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. I don't know what this is, but it's not good. And they told me that I had multiple sclerosis. And they said they thought I'd had it for 20 years. It's just one of those things I've learned to live with. And if you can tell by the shirt, there's a lot of people thought I was back on drugs or drinking again, and it's just not true. In 2018, I wanted to do something different, so I started making a record here. I played all the instruments, the drums, bass, keyboards, everything, all the vocals. I wanted to do a solo record that was just a solo record, just me. After doing Sun Songs, COVID hit, I started really rethinking what I want to do. I mean, I'm getting older. I'm not going to be able to play music forever and ever. You know, I don't know what the MS is going to do. I want to do something where I'm of service to people. And so I just finished a Master Life Coaching course and certification. So I'm back in school, and it's hard, but it's also really, really fulfilling.
Can we talk about what you have planned for this 30th anniversary year of the band?
Well, we've got a lot going on. So the 30th anniversary tour, we're going to do that with our good friends Fastball and the band The Nixons. It kicks off in June. After that, we're going to probably do a West Coast tour. We go to the UK in November and then Australia early next year, January, February. We're putting out the remastered World of Noise with some songs no one's ever heard before. And we've also recorded a brand new song called Year of the Tiger. I was born in the Year of the Tiger back in 1962. It's the Year of the Tiger now, and it's a song about COVID. We'll be finishing that out and putting that out probably August, September.
There's a lot of things to celebrate, you know? I gotta say, Art, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Everclear. I love that we can sit here and say that. It's an
I know,
incredible
we're
thing.
still here.
Yeah.
We're still doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
30 years later. I'm just really, really grateful being able to play rock and roll
Yeah,
at my age.
yeah.
With my disease and everything, still being able to do it and looking forward to it, and it never gets old.
It never does. Here with Art Alexakis from Everclear as we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the band. I'm Matt Pinfield. Thanks for joining us.
Wanna find a better sun, wanna find a better shine, wanna find a better world, wanna find me a better life, wanna find a place, hide inside of the balance and the rage of the Santa and the wind on a winter's day. My Santa and the wind made the clouds all blow away.
Can't even plan that with the seagulls. That's cool.